Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. Today I'm going to create 3 looks using the Ace Beauty Flair palette. This palette retails for $38.99, but you can find it on sale quite often. I absolutely adore this palette. I love, everything about it. They have reformulated. I do have the older formula. I don't really think that matters. I think you'll get the same look using the new formula or the old one. I don't know. But as far as I knew, this was a different formula than their other palettes before they reformulated. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and get into the look. I'm going to start off with Acorn and I'm going to put that on my outer corner. I think this is probably my favorite look that I created, but you will definitely have to let me know which look is your favorite. Yeah, I just really like blue and teal colors mixed with browns, and that's why they're constantly put in palettes. A neutral palette with a pop of a blue. Yeah, it's because it works really well together. But anyways, I used Forest Pine and I placed it right next to that Acorn shade. And yeah, I didn't bring it all the way to the front of my eye because we're going to use a different color there. Also, this palette totally reminds me of like what a fall sweater would look like. I think all of the colors in this palette are like fall sweater colors. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but anyways, I'm going to go into that Atlantis shade and I'm going to place it next to Forest Pine. It's just a little bit lighter, so I threw it on my inner portion of my eye. So, we have 3 colors going on. And I just placed it there until I was happy. And then I went back into Forest Pine and I added more color because I felt like it got washed away. Then I go into that Mulberry shade and I kind of use it to blend out the edges of the Acorn shadow. I thought it was the best option for it. And then I brought Acorn down on my lower lash line, and I don't bring it all the way in, just on the first half. And I blend and add more Acorn to just because I really wanted a good blend. And then I take Forest Pine and I throw that on my first half of my bottom lash line. You guys, I suck at speaking and I suck at trying to explain what I do, so just bear with me. I go into that Bayberry shadow and I place it on my inner corner. And I bring it down onto my bottom lash line just a tiny bit because I kind of like the way that looks. By the way, I feel like this is reformulated because the shimmers in this palette don't feel like the rest of the other, shadows. I don't know. There are other shimmer shadows in the other palettes. So let me know. But yeah. Anyways, this is the finished look and we're going to get into the next look. I'm going to start off using Moss and I'm going to throw it on my outer corner and wing it out because I'm a dramatic biatch and that's what I do. But yeah, like I was saying, I think that this palette is reformulated and they're not advertising that. I don't know. Do they have 3 formulas, you guys? I'm so confused because I really do feel like these shimmers in this palette are more similar to the reformulated palette that I have than the non-reformulated palettes. I don't know. This is Sherbert, but I got this before they announced, their reformulation. I don't know. Do you guys know anything about that? You should tell me because I have no freaking idea. But I throw Sherbert all over my eye, on the rest of my eyelid. And then I take Saffron. I don't know if I said that right. It's a really bright color. It's like a red that leans orange, or maybe an orange that leans red. I don't know, but I throw it all over my bottom lash line. It's kind of going for a little bit of a Christmassy look, and then I'm taking cider and I'm placing it on top of Moss just to kind of blend it out and get a little bit of a gradient. And I do know that this is probably up after Christmas, so I'm sorry if this is too Christmassy for you, But yeah, I go into that marriage. I don't know, I said it wrong. Don't come for me. But yeah, I just threw that on my bottom lash line. And then I take that biscotti shade and I place it on top of that sherbet shade because I felt like it would go okay with the look. And then it just wasn't going on with the brush very well, so I dipped my finger into it. And I wanted a little bit more pop, so I went into Gimme Glow's Electric Unicorn single shadow that I have and throw it on my inner corner. And yeah, this is the finished look. The next look, we're going into Aubergine. Did I say that right? Aubergine? Hell, I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. But I'm throwing that purple literally all over my eyelid. This is gonna be a messier kind of look. No precision, you know, I just felt like going messy and kind of going for that living dead person look. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking or what I was going for, really, to be honest. But yeah, so it's messy and I'm throwing it on my bottom lash line as well. It's like a really pretty Barney color. I don't know. It's like a Barney color on steroids. Yep, that's what I'm going with. They should have named it Barney and not Aborogine or whatever because it's easier to pronounce. So I'm just blending it out, and like I said, I was just being really messy. So I'm going back into that saffron shade and I'm throwing it on top of that Barney on steroids color. Yep, I'm just throwing it on top of it. And yeah, as you see, that's what I'm doing. Again, it's that whole living dead person look, I guess, that I'm going for. So I'm just blending it out and blending it out. This palette is so inspiring. There's so many looks and so many things you can do with it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I should do this or that. And I have too many palettes and not enough time. So, but it brings me so much inspiration. I go into that mulberry shade again and I use it to kind of blend out the edges of that saffron shadow. And I thought it might be a good shadow to add. And I'm going into that marriage, whatever shade, and I'm throwing it on top of my eye. And I'm just being really messy, nothing precise, you guys. I'm just throwing it on. You will definitely have to tell me which one is your favorite. I think number 1 is my favorite, and then I kind of like this one, and then I like number 2. But I don't know. Just let me know if you made it to the end. If you did, you are a flipping rock star. Okay, I'm going into that biscotti shade and I'm throwing it on the inner corner because this shade works really well for an inner corner. What can I say? I didn't use every shadow in the palette for this 3 looks 1 palette look video. I'm sorry, but I just kind of went with what was calling to me, and this is the finished look. I actually have mirage or whatever thrown on my lips as well. But anyways, let me know. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.